Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining the Extra Flick Show. I'm Shawn, and today I'm here with my co-host, Austin, and we're going to be going over some of the movie news this week. There's been a lot of stuff happening. We're going to cover a little bit of it. So stick around. Hey, how's it going?
How you doing?
Did you see the news this week? Did you hear about Spaceballs?
Oh my God. I really thought it was a joke until I saw Mel Brooks talking about it, and I was like, okay, all right, slow play, but I like it. And then I saw the credit roll thing that they did, the space crawl.
Brilliant space crawl. The crawl was amazing. All the different things that they hit on in here, but pretty much every single thing that's happened in the last 38 years, every sequel, prequel, all that stuff, they got it all in here. And they made fun of it, and I love it.
It was great.
Jabs at Robert Downey Jr., jabs at DC, jabs at Jurassic Park, Fast and Furious 17. I mean,
we're going to Mars this time.
Well, yeah. I mean, classic Mel Brooks. I'm sure he didn't write these jokes per se, but you know what I'm saying. This is classic style. Mel Brooks is 98.
He's gonna be 100 when this movie releases, or 101 or something. Crazy.
I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little concerned.
A little bit,
yeah, because I want him to be there for that. Because how cool would that be?
Right.
To be 100 years old and release one of your, do you think Spaceballs is his most recognizable? Do you think it's like Blazing Saddles? What do you think is most?
I think Spaceballs. It's not that Blazing Saddles isn't a huge movie, but I know for at least millennials, my generation. I mean, you're Gen X, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think Spaceballs, because it was a little bit later. I think Spaceballs is probably the most recognized name.
Blazing Saddles is a little edgy.
Yeah, plus that one's very edgy. Spaceballs is too, but not as edgy.
Not on
as
that same
Blazing.
level, right?
Right, yeah. This is just more goofy, slapsticky, just
parody.
Absurdist comedy. Yeah, parody comedy.
Yeah.
So I'd say this is probably his biggest,
most
recognized name.
If not the biggest, at least one of the most accepted.
Correct.
Yes. I'm also a huge fan. I know you are as well, of Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of my top movies ever. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah, he's got some hits, man. So it's exciting to see him come back, and he's supposed to come back as Yogurt. So we'll see.
Yep. I'll be honest. He actually looks pretty good in this picture.
Dude, for 98. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because I had seen some pictures previously where it wasn't looking that good, but I guess they have their ups and downs. It's sort of like those pictures we saw of Jeff Bridges.
Oh, Jeff Bridges, yes.
Remember? Yeah, there was when he got sick for a little bit. He was looking real rough.
Yeah.
And now, and he's back to looking kind of normal. Like the old dude.
Like the old dude, yeah. I don't know. This is crazy, man. I really thought it was a joke or AI or in this digital age, it's hard to know what's real.
That's true. But you can tell it's real because Spaceballs the sweatshirt.
Right.
There you go. That's how you know it's real.
That's how you know. I also hope they come out with a whole bunch of merch for this, because that would be great.
Nowadays is so much it'll probably get gross in a way, but I'm kind of there for it because it's sort of part of it's the joke. That's the joke.
Right.
Like if we don't go full on and get the Spaceballs official toilet paper, and if we don't get all that stuff, and think about how cool AMC Shop has got all that cool stuff now. Mm-hmm. They could have so much cool Spaceball stuff.
We're gonna get Spaceballs.
The ring of the Schwartz. Bucket. I hope I can get a ring of the Schwartz.
Oh, that would be amazing. Spaceballs the cup.
Take my money.
Take all my money. I don't care.
Oh yeah, what do you do for the cup? I don't know, because maybe there's gonna be a big character in this. Do you think the Schwartz? Well, the Schwartz. They did say the Schwartz is returning or whatever. So, they kind of said the Schwartz was a trinket from a breakfast cereal box at the end of the first movie, so he doesn't even need the ring. I guess the Schwartz is real. Just the ring was a tchotchke. That's all it is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Josh Gad is doing this. Man, we've been hearing rumors about this forever and going like, is this for real? Like, don't do that to me.
Don't break my heart. Come on.
Yeah.
Josh Gad, I didn't hear. So is he just supposed to play a new character, or I didn't know he was involved?
Oh yeah. No, he is like the guy. He is the reason this is happening pretty much. He's the guy behind the scenes who's like, who was probably whining and dining Mel Brooks. You know, I mean, this is his baby. Like he's at the helms. I believe he's helping write it and stuff, as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
Now, right at this second, I don't know. 'Cause at this second, I might have before. But yeah, and this is so cool. I mean, the reason why this trailer dropped when it did was because Bill Pullman and Rick Moranis are officially slated to come back for this movie, according to Deadline. So that is amazing. That was the big thing back when this was just a rumor. You know, I remember on social media saying things like, you know, you can't do it without Rick Moranis. I mean, you could do it, but you got to have these guys passing the flame. You know,
I mean, we're already not gonna have John Candy, so to not have Candy and Moranis is like, all right, you have to at least get Rick back. Like you have to.
Hot take: Josh Gad could be Barf's son.
Oh, easily. Don't replace Barf. Just pay homage to Barf.
Yep.
Have like a ceremony. Maybe start off at, you know, a
well, you
funeral
do like
or
the
something.
Naked Gun. You know.
Yeah.
The new one where they're looking at the pictures. You know.
Right. Yeah. You could do that.
Everybody gets proper representation except for OJ.
God, right.
Well, yeah. So, and speaking of passing along the torch, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Lewis Pullman is supposed to join the movie as well.
His name has to be Bob, though. Okay.
Bob Starr.
Yeah, he was Bob in Thunderbolts. He was also Bob in the other thing he was in. Oh my God, he's been Bob twice. So you just keep the train rolling. Just call him
if
Bob.
I get to write it, which I don't, it's he's got a bigger name, but they just call him Bob.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Galaxy Star, but they just call me Bob.
Just call me Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. For
yeah,
sure.
There you go. Yeah, this is exciting. Because God, when I was watching Thunderbolts, I was like, man, he looks exactly like his father. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, somebody was just like, they were like, yeah, his mom's genetics they didn't even try.
No, yeah, it's all Pullman. All Pullman there. Yeah.
So yeah, you got to have Rick Moranis. He's back. I'm so excited to have. I mean, he just did something recently too. Didn't he do another project recently with Ryan Reynolds or something? That was his first foray back into acting.
He did like a commercial for Mint Mobile in 2020 with Ryan Reynolds, but he really he hasn't. So and then he did one episode of The Goldbergs in 2013, but really the last movie he was in was Brother Bear 2 in 2006. It's been almost, by the time this comes out, it will have been over 20 years.
Yeah, now I believe what happened was that his wife had passed away, and he took off a bunch of time to be with his family and just raise his family and be. I mean, I say time off. He just decided he was going to be a dad and not try to be a Hollywood dad. And mad respect to him for doing that.
Absolutely, yeah.
He left in his prime.
Exactly, and he probably left with plenty of money to do exactly that and take care of his kids. And now they're grown up, so he can come back and do this. It's very exciting.
I love him as a talent, so I'm so glad.
Dude,
so
absolutely.
Glad. Absolutely. I just look at him and I laugh. I just, I don't know if that's nice to say, but he's so comical.
He's got perfect comedic timing, and he's just got a lot of expression in his face. So
there's I didn't even realize everybody in this scene is not going to be there, because I believe I don't remember her name right now. Who played
Joan
Princess
Rivers
Vespa?
was the.
Well, no, Joan Rivers. Yeah, she's passed.
She's passed.
But the one who played Vespa there, I can't remember her name right now.
Yeah, Daphne's. Yeah, Zuniga.
But I don't believe she's acting anymore.
Yeah, she's still alive, but to my knowledge, I don't think she's acting anymore.
Yeah. Hey, future me, just editing the video, and I realized that Daphne Zuniga is going to be reprising her role as Vespa, according to the movie database and Internet Movie Database. She is reprising her role. She'll be Queen Vespa, so that's great news. I'm not sure where we were getting our information from before, but it was so. I mean, but I am interested. Is Colonel Sanders still alive? I'm pretty sure he is.
He's still alive, yes.
Yeah, so he's got to come back. He's just not as big in news. I think that he probably is. He's probably just not as big of a headline. I don't know if he's still acting, but he would be good. You got to have Colonel Sanders. I wonder if he's just gonna be Yoger. I wonder if Mel Brooks is just gonna be Yoger, or if he'll also be President Scrooge.
I mean, I'm hoping he would reprise any roles that he had. Also, if you don't have Michael Winslow there, I mean, I don't know if he's still doing voices and shit, but
yeah, you got to have him there, even if it's as a different character.
Yeah, making noises.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, all that crazy shit.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is Yogurt, so awesome. Yeah, Schwartz Awakens in 2027.
Golly, what a time to be alive.
May the Schwartz be with you.
It's exciting because, I mean, this is such a ridiculously funny, iconic movie, and to get one, 37 years later, it's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
It's kind of crazy, and
it'll be 40 years when it releases.
Right,
It'll
exactly 40 years.
Yeah.
And some people are like, "Oh, they should call this one Spaceballs, the pursuit of more money." And I'm like, I don't think anybody needs more money. They wouldn't be doing this unless they
have
wanted
to call it
do
the search
this.
for more money. They have to, because
yes.
he literally said that's what it was going to be called.
I thought they were. I guess that's true. I thought they were just saying like, oh, they were just like it was something along the lines of not the search for more money, but like basically we're poor and we need money. And I was like, I don't think anybody needs money.
Oh yeah, no, because the joke is the search for more money. He's like in the merchandising. He's like, and that when Spaceballs 2 comes out, the search for more money, because it's a play on the search for Spock. I is what I got out of it.
Maybe that's what they were riffing off of then. Okay,
yeah.
I'd forgotten
he
that was
literally
the joke.
says it in the movie. So if they don't name it that, they're missing a golden opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that part then. Maybe that's what they were riffing off of in the comic. Okay, that makes more, because I was like,
so they weren't being as like critical as you thought.
Okay, cool, because I was like, no one needs this money. They're doing this because they want to.
Right.
Yeah,
but that's the joke of it, because it's with the sequels and the prequels thing. It's all about money. And so that's what the whole joke of Yoda.
Damn, that joke went right over my head then, that they were trying to make right over my head. Right over my helmet.
Yeah.
Damn.
You went over my helmet?
I mean, there's so many quotable lines in this fucking movie.
Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, people still say ludicrous speed. I don't even think they know. People who haven't even seen that movie know what ludicrous speed is. I'm pretty sure.
I do need one joke though from Dark Helmet, and that is, it's been 37 years and I still can't breathe in this thing. I have to. Yeah,
that'd be awesome for the intro.
Right, yeah.
It's like right out of his back, like the camera comes out like that. Boom.
Yeah.
Like, boom.
It's been 37 years and I still can't breathe.
That should have been in the trailer, like where we see this, right?
Yeah.
Pops it open.
I need that joke. So please make that joke.
Next trailer, teaser trailer. Starts off with the same image and does that. Please.
Okay.
Josh Gad, if you're listening.
Right? Anybody who happens to come across this, just, come on. If
if you're listening, what are you doing? I'm impressed. Thank you.
Yeah, leave a comment.
You can have that idea.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm very excited. I told my dad, I was like, we're going to see this when it comes out.
Oh my God, yeah. Dude, day one. If I could go before that, I will. Yeah, so speaking of day ones and movies that are about to come out, Superman, right? Tickets just launched. And the movie actually comes out before Fantastic Four, but the tickets launched after. So
interesting.
So yeah, Superman immediately took over the best first day ticket sales of the year for 2025. So big surprise. I mean, this Fantastic Four had just done that a week before, but it's kind of one of those statistics where we were like, well, it's the summer movie.
Right.
These are the summer movies. Of course, they're going to be better. I mean, well, of course you say that. I do say that, but the number one movie so far this year didn't have number one ticket sales on the first day. So
right.
Which what we say? Minecraft, is that? Yeah, Minecraft is still the number one. Yeah.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see if these movies are able to take over that position. I'm not too worried about what it means if like more people are going to go see Superman and more people are going to go see Fantastic Four, because I think that there's plenty of room for both movies to do well. We had Minecraft and Lilo and Stitch rocking all at the same time, working their way to $1 billion, both of them. And the same thing happened like last year with some other Pixar movie, Inside Out, and something else blew up last year.
Oh yeah, what was
Inside Out 2
and Drawing a blank. Yep.
Yeah, but so it happens, you know.
It happens.
It can happen. Like the people, the butts are there for the seats. You know, Barbie and Oppenheimer, but those are, of course, Barbie and Oppenheimer are two different.
Two totally different audiences.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can compare completely, but yeah, I'm still excited. I mean, I got tickets already for both of them, so.
Yeah.
I'm going day one. I'm going Thursday afternoon on both of them. So I'm excited about that. This is some news that you brought to the table.
I did. If you are a fan of horror things or Halloween Horror Nights, they just dropped that I don't necessarily know what Jason Universe is, but it's coming to HHN in Orlando. This event starts Friday, August 29th at Orlando Universal Resort, goes all the way to September 4th, and you can watch a trailer for this on their website. But it's interesting because, okay, so the rights are a mess.
Yeah.
Shawn S. Cunningham owns the rights to the first movie and I think the Friday the 13th name and like characters in the first movie, and then someone else owns the rights to the sequels and the look and the Jason persona. So I don't know what the hell Jason Universe is, to be honest. I tried looking it up and couldn't really get a definitive answer. So Jason's going to be there in some capacity. So, but it's still up in rights hell. So I'm wondering exactly
like
what's going to go.
It's the whole reason why they call it that too, because it's like differentiating. This is not the Friday the 13th universe. It's the Jason universe.
It's the Jason universe. And the reason we're getting Camp Crystal Lake is because it's a prequel.
Right.
It doesn't. So they're finding ways to get around the whole rights thing, but I need them to settle this because we just want the fans want another movie at this point.
Yeah.
It's been 16 years since we got a Friday movie. Figure it out, guys.
Yeah, and I say it's not fair to the fans. Now, I don't know all the numbers behind it, so I mean, it could be that it's not fair to one of those parties as well, and that's why they're just like, look, will you just get off it and give us the money that we deserve for our thing, or maybe they don't want to give it. I don't know all the details of the numbers and stuff that are involved.
Well, it's basically they've got two people fighting for rights over the rights to the whole franchise, basically. Yeah. Someone who wrote it,
but like they both want the end rights. They don't want to like they're not willing to like sell it to the other one for X amount and not getting that.
I don't think so. Yeah, that's the thing. And at the end of the day, I would just, if it were me, I would just sell it to to that person and say, okay, just give me residuals. Let me be involved in the project.
Right.
Like, let's just work together. Like,
how can we do this? Let my company produce, and you can be in charge of the
it's
distribution.
It's crazy.
You know, or take turns or something, or you know, you come to some kind of agreement. I mean, even Marvel and Sony came to an agreement about Spider-Man. Now, granted, it's still goofy.
It's still goofy.
It's goofy as hell.
Yeah,
and it always feels like it's gonna fall apart at any given moment.
at any moment, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time Jason was at Halloween Horror Nights was, I believe, there was a Freddy versus Jason house, and that was around the time Freddy versus Jason came out. So like 2003, I think. So it's been a minute since Jason has graced us with his presence at HHN. So that's exciting because
I'd be interested to know, like, you've seen them all the Jason stuff, everything. Mm-hmm. So can you think in your mind how you would separate what a Jason movie is and what a Friday the 13th movie is?
That's the thing.
Jason X.
They kind of naturally go together. I mean, Friday the 13th Part 8 doesn't really take place at camp. It takes place on a boat, and then they go to Manhattan. Jason Goes to Hell isn't at a camp. So there's very few Jason movies that don't take place at a camp. So I guess what you can separate, I mean, really you can separate Jason from, I mean, the hockey mask. I mean, really. I mean, he's had a couple iterations. He's had Sackhead, which is what we call him in number 2, and then he's had the mask Part 3 and on. So, I mean, you take the mask away, it's not really Jason Voorhees at that point because that's his iconic thing. Friday the 13th is, it's so complicated, and I think that's the problem.
Because Jason's a funny character. Like, you take off the hockey mask, you might as well put a William Shatner mask on him. I mean, you know,
paint it white, yeah,
right. I mean, those they got very similar power sets. You know, they both can teleport. They both
right. They both can teleport. They both have supernatural strength. I mean, Friday the 13th started off with
Durability.
Jason. I mean, Jason's not even in the first one outside of the beginning and the end. So it's like, what is a Friday the 13th movie? What is a Jason movie? That's probably why the rights are just a shit show.
I'd be interested in. Are you going to cover the Jason? Are you going to cover the Halloween Horror Nights thing on Fright Matters podcast? Are you guys going to talk about that stuff?
We used to. We might mention it if we bring back the news segment, but I mean that's something we could always, if people are interested on here, we could also talk about it here. I mean, Halloween.
Well, I know
Horror
you're
Nights.
going to end up going, right? You're going to.
We used to go like 10, 12 nights a year, but now we can only muster the one since we have the kid. But that's fine as long as we get to go one time. And
you guys, I'm sure from your going as much as you do you try to go as early as possible? That's when I used to live in Florida.
Oh yeah,
I would go like the very first weekend because you get the people. They're not tired of doing it. They're all pumped. They're all like, I mean, everybody's professional, but they're so much better early on. Like their first couple of days, like
it's interesting because there's one year I went like 23 times. Right, it was insane because I lived right next to Universal. I was about 5 minutes away. And I went 23 times one year from opening weekend to closing weekend. And I found that the sweet spot for getting the best scares. I mean, you can get good scares at any moment, but like when I noticed I was getting the best scares was about halfway through, like the second week of October, because they've found a groove for the space that they can work in, because some people have a lot of space they can move around in, and they just get really locked in around October, because that's when it's fun. Spooky season for me is like September to November, but for most people it's October.
They also didn't used to do it that early back in the day when I used to do it, when I had annual passes and stuff. I don't think they did it all the way into so super far into September. Like
it's almost 3 months.
It was early October.
Point. Yeah.
I remember the favorite one that I went to was when they had we had annual passes, so we were allowed to stay in the park, but it was at Islands of Adventure, and they let us go. We went into Jurassic Park, and we were able to stay in there. And then it's like you started in the park, moving your way out.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
2008, I want to say, is when they did both parks. They did it for 2 years, and then they were just like, "This is not possible.
It's too much." Yeah, they had problems there was a corn maze between the two places and stuff, and they just had problems with it. But that was really cool because Jurassic Park was awesome.
I bet,
because all the bushes and stuff, and they were all hiding. There's little trails behind all those trees and stuff, so like stuff where they know their trails and we don't, and so they were sneaking around behind through there. Oh, it was so great. Great.
So it's a lot of fun, but I'm very interested to see how they're gonna do Jason
the Popeye
Universe.
ride line had a really cool haunted house also. The Popeye
Bilge Rats,
yeah. Is that even still there?
Oh yeah,
it's been so long since I've been. I mean, probably cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, it's a good time. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So Jason Universe. That's interesting. Here we go. It's a little early for Christmas, but seeing this picture of David Harbour's Santa Claus is a pretty good present.
This is amazing. So if anybody's seen Violent Night, David Harbour plays Santa Claus, and he's the most badass Santa Claus I've ever seen.
Agreed.
And 2026, we're getting Violent Night 2. It'll be December 4th, 2026. David Harbour is coming back. It is unclear whether director Tommy Wirkola will be back to direct, but it's possible that I'm assuming he will. But at this point, it's up in the air.
I hope so. I like the feel of that movie. It could possibly be taken over by somebody else. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so at this point, it's up in the air. There's no confirmation whether he's coming back, but it's going to be fun because they're going to expand the world and the scope, but still keep the same tone that we love from the first one. If you remember in the first one, Santa Claus has a very interesting past that I really hope that they dive into, because that looked like a lot of crazy fun. He was like some Viking warrior guy. Yeah, he's got this interesting background. I mean, that would actually
be the way to go, probably, because we've already seen him be a badass. Well, how did he become like this? Yeah,
exactly.
What's the backstory of this Santa Claus?
We've only gotten a few clips here and there, so it's something that, like, do I want a sequel? Or do we need a sequel? No. Will I watch it? Absolutely. I gave this like a 5 out of 5. It was the most ridiculously fun Christmas movie I'd seen in decades. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, it's one of the best. Like, for horror. I don't know if I call it horror. It's violent. It's
horror
violent, but it's not
adjacent, yeah.
horror. It's more of a like Die Hardy violent.
Yeah, it's action,
thriller,
comedy, thriller,
comedy.
suspense.
Yeah.
It's great.
Excellent
It
movie.
is so great.
David Harbour is so much fun.
He's so good in everything. Like, in even this one, he was just like, I'm like, you're killing it, dude. Like, literally and figuratively, you're crushing it.
Yeah,
he's so
just
good.
He's just his characters are always, they get a little piece of him in them, and it's cool. He's really fun.
Yeah, and he also at some point protects a child in that movie too. So he's like Pedro Pascal. He's always protecting children, and I'm here
Papa.
for it. So yeah, Papa. Yeah, I'm here for it. And then the last thing that I had for news was apparently in the midst of Robert Eggers directing his new werewolf film, he's also going to be directing A Christmas Carol for Warner Brothers, according to Deadline. So he's going to write and direct his own adaptation of the classic Christmas ghost story. I'm sure we'll see Willem Dafoe. That's not confirmed, but he's been working with Willem Dafoe since The Lighthouse in 2019. He was in The Northman. He was in the most recent one he did, I believe. So it's quite interesting. Chris Columbus is attached to produce, which is fun. He also produced Nosferatu. Chris Columbus also directed things like Home Alone and some of the Christmas classics. That's the same Chris Columbus. So it's very interesting that we're going to be getting a Robert Eggers Christmas Carol. I mean,
yeah,
it weirdly works. Like,
to be fair, it's a pretty edgy story,
right?
Really, if you think about it, like there's
really
these ghosts and stuff, and so you could make a really edgy version of it, a dark kind of twisted, and still get the general message across at the end, but have it be like a much more difficult road to get there.
Well, and that's the thing I'm wondering, because if you look at Eggers' past, right, he did Lighthouse, which was like a horror mystery suspense. He did The Northman, which was much more of an action thrillery thing. But then he also did The Witch, complete horror movie. Nosferatu, horror movie. So is this going to be like if you think about it, the story at its core is kind of horrific. I mean, you're visited by 3 ghosts. You got one in chains. You've got one that's, jubilous and joyful. But I mean, it's kind of a fucked up story. So it's entirely possible he leans into the horror elements that are already kind of present in the story and just gets weird with them. Because Eggers is a weird dude.
Yeah, well, it is an edgy story. I think you could totally take the things that are already there and
expand upon them. So
that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I'm here for it. No release date, no information, because he's also, like I said, he's also doing his new feature Werewolf, which a werewolf movie from Robert Eggers. That's all the information I need. Werewolves are my favorite creature feature, so I'm there day one.
Yeah,
no questions asked.
I guess that's all. We'll wrap up the news for now with that stuff. But to wrap up the show, I usually like to find out. What are you watching, Austin?
So I've been on a true crime kick lately. There's this show right here called The Jinx, The Life and Death of Robert Durst. And what I find fascinating about this show is the fact that it was filmed. I think it was actually there's 2 seasons. The first one was filmed in 2010. Didn't get released until 2015, and because of the first release, things happened in the real world, and they came back to do a season 2 in 2024. So we're talking about a 10-year difference here, and it is one of the most wild stories. I mean, it's one of my favorite true crime stories, and how everything just kind of fell into place. This is Robert Durst. He's a complete maniac, and all I can say is just watch it. I don't want to give too much away, but he gets into trouble, somehow keeps getting out of trouble, and then, things just go downhill.
Walks into trouble.
Yeah, so the first it's a 6-part series for 2 seasons, so you got about 12 hours of stuff, but I mean it's a very gripping documentary. That one is on Max currently. You can watch both season 1 and season 2. And yeah, that one I gave a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 monkey buckets there, because it was, again, just one of the greatest true crime documentaries I've ever seen. Fucking wild. Like, truly wild. The way this man just fell into all these shenanigans. You're like, okay. Like, all right. So that one was really, really good. Then the next one I had was... Yes, American Murder, Gabby Petito. This was about so she wanted to be an influencer and do this van life thing. You know, like all these millennials do now.
Oh yeah.
Where they quit their job and they buy a van and then they just van life. And that was her goal with her fiance at the time. And then shit just went downhill very quickly.
Yeah, in the worst kind of way.
Yeah, the worst kind of way. This one's a real easy watch, okay? This one's only 3 episodes, about 45 minutes apiece. You can knock that out in an evening. Not as good as the Jinx, because the ending for me, I was like, well, I wish there was a little bit better resolution there. But nonetheless, it's still pretty fucking crazy what happened in this one. I gave it 3 out of 5 monkey popcorn buckets.
Oh, nice.
Still a good time.
I mean, that's good for little documentaries, you know.
Yeah. 3.5 is about average for documentaries. It's kind of hard. I watched that one right after I did the Jinx, and I was like, I don't think anything's going to compare to that one. So, yeah. And then lastly, I actually watched a new horror movie for this year called Best Wishes to All. This is the new Japanese horror movie. New for America. It released in Japan, I believe, in like 2023 or 2024.
Oh, okay.
But it's new for us. It just dropped onto Shudder. I'll read you the little blurb about it, because I can't even really explain this movie without even spoiling it. It's a very strange movie. It's got a lot of good social commentaries, especially on like Japanese culture.
Okay.
So if you don't know like a lot about Japanese culture, I would maybe it might help to kind of look into it, because I watch a lot of Japanese horror, so I kind of understand some of the expectations of their culture. But here's a little blurb. It is a young woman's visit to her grandparents' home leads to the discovery of what's brought them happiness, a revelation that will lead her to question her choices, sanity, and reality itself. It's a very what the fuck movie. I probably said what the fuck every 35 seconds. Like, it was just like, how can this get any weirder? Oh, that's how it's getting weirder. Okay. But if you're a fan of foreign horror movies, especially J-horror, this is an incredible entry, and it's brand new for us this year too. So it is a 2025 release for the States. I gave this one 4 out of 5 monkey popcorn buckets.
Oh.
Just because it's so much, and it was very original too. It had an incredibly unique social commentary, not just for Japanese culture, but just like what does it mean to be happy? It's very interesting. So there's a lot of levels and deeper meanings going on. So that is all I've watched that's new and interesting. So yeah.
So I only watched one thing this week, and we both watched it. And in fact, we even made a full review on this video that you can check out with a link. And yeah, this was Killer of Killers, the new Predator anthology. This thing was awesome. Daniel Trachtenberg made this. He's in charge over there of the Predator stuff. He's doing an incredible job. I don't want to get too much into this show, just that I think it's very much worth watching if you are a fan of the Predator series, or even, I mean, for that matter, if you're even a fan of the Alien series at this point, you probably ought to start watching them together, because we're really, it's going to start coming together.
I feel like it. Even if you're just a fan of animation, I mean, shit, like if you like some hyper gory animation, fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, there are no xenomorphs in this, but the way everything's going, with the way this show has been set up, and it's tying in with some of the other movies, and then the way Badlands is going to tie in with the aliens. I just think they're on a really good track right now, and I just hope they continue it.
Yes.
The animation in this, the visuals, it's stunning. It's like arcane. It's like paintings come to life. It's pretty amazing. There's a lot of extra lore and culture that you find out about the Yautja.
Yeah, however you say it.
I'm still learning how to say the name. I'm getting there. I'm probably saying it right every time. I sound like I'm just confused. I don't know. But yeah, really great. I gave this one a 4.5 gobbers. And yeah, so go ahead and check out that video if you want. We break it down, the spoilers and stuff. And other than that, really appreciate everybody stopping by, checking out the show, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
See ya.